So, hello. Hopefully I'm online, you can hear me. I just make everything testing and business as usual. Can I hear something? Looking good. Is it? No, I can't hear myself, but that's fine. I believe we get thrown. So, good. Then let's next look up here, to-do list. We can't see it on the right. Why? Good question. Is it here? Here it is. Okay. So we just have to make it a tad smaller, I guess. Swoop and swoop. Still way too big. So fair enough. A bit smaller maybe. So removing of the to-do list, repository, goal of today. So save. I think that's fine. There's also fine. Chuk. Discussion. So why do I don't see it here? Can I copy that? So display. That's part of the overlay. It's part of the overlay. Okay. So no, let's stick to the discussion. Thank you. So don't click at anything. Let's have quickly a look. Yep, 701. Thank you very much. I hope the light is okay and you can still see me good. Yeah, you probably heard it. I was sick this weekend, pretty badly sick even. And so we didn't have a stream, but today I'm back. And because we had so many problems in the last stream. Hey, Rudvik, Tak, nice to see you. Hope you are well. And because we had so many problems in the last stream, I decided to, switch to Vim. So we will develop today in Vimium. Or at least I will try. I was watching in the last 2 days when I was sick and I had the time, a lot of tutorials from the free code camp, from someone who made a very good tutorial. I'm doing much better. In the worst case, I have to run away and go to the bathroom for some minutes. But I really hope the best today because it was not very nice. So now let's see. I quickly just also shared the stream today on Twitter that we don't miss anything. So working further on our app auto clicker with Vimium. Okay, I don't know if it will be okay or if it will be too slow with Vimium, but we will have to look. And I have all the cheat sheets here on that side, so on my computer where I also see the chat. So with all the additional information, how to start something, how to start Flutter, how to not leave the IDE at all. And yeah, let's see if we are able to work with it or if we're getting too slow and I have to switch even. So that one I can use here. I have that already. Twitter we don't need yet. There I was just putting up the first time that we will do it today in Vimium. But now enough of the words. Let's hop into the editor. So if everything works well now, you should see above me the to-dos that we will work on in a second. Then you have there you have the game that we have currently running. And on the right side, you can see the nice little editor where I can now do all the crazy stuff that you can do with neovim. I also added a lot of packages and dependencies and things that you have to install. And yeah, I'm very nervous how that will turn out in the long run, if we will be faster, slower or whatnot. And if there is anything that I miss from a real IDE at the end. I heard refactoring could be an issue, but as I said, we will have a look and maybe we are coming out okay. So it's my first time we write something. Thank you. It's also in Windows, so it's Windows Terminal at the end. I hope the font size is big enough. We can also increase that. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's see what we want to achieve today. So for that, let's hop into the discussion. I don't have it here, so let's add that quickly. Application, audio, browser, display capture. No. We want to have give me a second. Display capture. No, that's the whole display. That's not what we want. Did something change here? Browser, display capture, game capture, input overlay, scene text, VLC video source, VLC video source. Interesting. Interesting. So I would like to have that, and this I want to have here. So something like that. I will be probably interesting. So I can't see it anymore in my so OBS is a bit buggy for me. Anyway, so we have the nice little goals of today. I make that a bit bigger, so I can read that easier. So what do we want to achieve today? Well, I had the feeling when I played the game, and maybe if I select this, you can see it too. Yeah, so can get a bit bigger. And if we, where's my webcam here? Ah, that's obviously a problem. So we should move myself down here. Fair enough. So if we see the game and I click on the minus, if you check the point system, you can see that we receive every x seconds 5 points. And if I recruit later a second miner, then it feels a bit weird because now 10 points are getting added all kind of seconds. And that feels somehow strange, or not like I would like to have it. So an auto clicker should be very quickly up counting, you know? It should not be like tick, tick, tick. It should be more like every millisecond there should be some points in it. You should be motivated to click more and things like that. So I think we have to do something with the timing here so that every miner somehow saves a timestamp or something. I'm not sure yet, but something like that. So my goal for today would be to enhance that. So enhance the point system of the miners. And then let's see how far we come. So for that, what we will have to do is we first have to check how the counting system works at the moment. So, and let's make that a task. Fantastic. And then what do we else have to do? We somehow have to save probably a timestamp or something. So when the miner has been created. When the miner is created, and when the miner is created and we have the timestamp, then we have to do it like every X second loop the point adding to the minus, something like that. So we will have a look, and if we match that, that would be pretty cool for today, and I think we can stick with that. Any questions? Do you have ideas what we should do else? And else I would say let's hop into it right away. So for that, let's jump back here. Great, now it looks a bit fuzzy here on the right side, but that's okay. Also what I thought for the next time, I don't know if we have that here, but that's maybe a next step. That would be, for example, that the upper part here, that what you can see with the level ups and so on, the level bar, that this will be an overlay from with Flutter, so that we can use that. Also, what we need slowly is sounds in our game, and yeah, things like that. So when we have time, we can still work on that. Great. So let's check what we need. No worries, all good. Was just talking with myself more or less. So I can see already we have here some file names that look a bit fuzzy. So worker.dart, worker row dart. Yeah, so we have currently the miners are getting called workers. That's not ideal, I guess. Create a behavior for this part of the worker. Size the game. Remove from parent. Ah yeah, create a behavior. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So we also have to create that behavior. Maybe it could be that we clean up first. And now the first problems happen. So first of all, I would like to rename worker to miner. So first challenge for Vim. I think it's GS or GA. GA? So remember, organize imports and fix all. No, that's not what I want. I would like to, I want to visual mode and now 5 to the right. And now GA, what can we do here? No, that's now selection. Okay, let's check out Vim for Dart. Dart Vim. I can do that also in the real stream, then you can see at least what I'm doing. So, and inside of here we can see there is a lot of stuff that we can do. We have that already installed, so no problem. I just want to know what we can do with it. So, Vim plug, I installed that already. Where is it? Command start FMT, no. What do I need? P. LSP documentation, fantastic. So rename. To use LSP feature like hover, rename, etc., you can set up some additional key map. It's recommended to set up LSP attach auto CMD to ensure they are only active. I think we have that already. Vim LSP buff rename renames or references symbol under the cursor. Okay. And how do I use that? New name options. LSP rename. So, Vim LSP buff rename. What does that mean? Does that mean I have to set that first to a key binding that I would like? LSP response protocol. Vim LSP rename. New name, string, if not provided, the user will be prompted for a new username. Vim UI input, okay, Vim LSP buff rename. What happens if I do that here? Vim, do I need the star? Vim dot LSP buff rename. Up, like that. Invalid range, okay. Vim LSP buff rename. No match LSP. That's not it. If I give it just rename. No. Then let's see how we can set that up. A guide to LSP. We know what it is. I did all that already. Can now query the language server, but you need a way to command interact with the client. A quick way to see all the options available following mapping. Call language client context menu. So this could be something. So let's try that. Language client context menu. No, it's also not there. Interesting. Now it's getting unhappy. So why is it not possible? G language server commands. So it's the first time Vim, so if you have ideas, please let me know. It's always fighting with me now. So grep would be an idea. Of course, the fact that IDs present many. Vim grep, but it seems more like refactoring Vim. I see so many people working with Vim like it is an IDE, so I don't believe that is the correct answer here. So language server protocol, we have that. Rename is off simple, is across the project. So where is that? Vim, no rename, silence, F2, call language client text document rename. Vim LSP, LSP rename, So LSP rename, not an editor command. Okay, so let me quickly check the Vim now. That doesn't help me if I here just parent. So if I just hope for the best. So let's switch for the app data. We can go to local, then we have nvim here. There's the init. So what packages do we have for? We have Vim LSC and Vim LSC Dart. Vim LSC Dart. So this should be there. Vim LSC configuration, Dart organize imports. Okay. Register the Dart analyze service. This is just for analyzing. And what happens if I remove that? So Vim LSC is this one. Language server client adds language aware tooling to Vim. Okay. LSC server commands Dart language server. Fair enough. We have done the enable autocomplete. Here, rename GR. Okay. Yeah, and I told you I know all the shortcuts. Well, I don't. Sorry for that. So big C, enter. No, up the deer. Okay. fair enough. Now we close that one and we go to idea projects, auto clicker, Command C, enter. Perfect. Whew. Fantastic. GR, enter a new name, miner. Aha. So now we're coming to this class worker, extend sprite has, okay. And he doesn't do it. Why? GR. Now he just showed me that I can change it. That's a bit unfortunate. So rename GR. Jump to division, find, reference, hover, signature, help, code actions, GA. Fix all, sort all. No, that's not what I want. We have now this and class worker extends sprite M. Modifiables off. So what is what I'm seeing here? It's just how to do it. So why length server org. Let's see if we get a good text document here. Rename. Request to rename the symbol under the cursor sends toxic request. If an argument is given, it must have a string and will be used as the replacement name. Will ask for a new name. Will default map. This command is about GR. This command will not exist in enable apply edit is set to false. This command will not exist if LSC enable apply edit. Let me quickly check if I find start rename. I'm just 50 minutes. Okay, that's maybe a bit too long. That's all an information that I received. That's not really helpful because now I'm stuck a bit. Yep. It's the idea that I then jump to it and then just rename it. Okay, let's try it. Miner. Calling this here miner now. This is not a worker anymore. It's a miner. Did avoid method calls property access. Yep, makes sense because this miner is not yet a miner. Let's undo. No, undo. Fair enough. Now we want to switch the window again because we want to be here. So, nope, that was unwanted. Fair enough. So, and the last one, what is here? No, we have done that now. So this one can be. We can close that one. Fair enough. And if everything worked well, we should be simply there. No rights in the So we write, we quit. Okay, fair enough. So, and now what I wanted to do also is inside of the lib folder, we have the two files. But I think I cannot avoid an IDE with that. It seems still that I have to go to Visual Studio Code because else I get crazy, I guess. How could rename file in Vim? save as, but I will not delete your, you will have to do that manually. So let's try that. So if I'm here and I have opened that, we could try that. We have the worker here. Now let's quickly make a question mark. What can we do? Can we rename a file inside of here? Open, explore, open, preview, open tab, move tree, go to the root, create siblings, custom mappings, other mappings, toggle help, bookmark. Nope, doesn't look like it. So nerd tree vim rename file. Use move the current node in the M menu to rename. Okay, so there is a move command. Where is the M? GI split, custom open. I didn't see that actually. Let's have a look. Ah, no, show menu is it? Okay, let's try it anyway. So we go here to the worker, add child node, move current node, move the current node, delete the current node, open the current node. Let's say we want to move it. Rename the current node, entering the new path of the node. It's not worker dart, it is now minor.dart. Ooh, that worked. Look at that. Okay, so minor row and inside of the minor folder. And this worker can be deleted. Yes. Cool. Okay, so at least something. We're coming to it. So we can delete files, we can rename files, that's something. So what's the next step? We have the minors now. Did that work? And is the game still running? So Flutter run, is that still active? Windows. I quickly have to check the music. Somehow it's completely off the grid somehow. So much better. A bit quiet, but much better. Can also increase that a bit. So, okay, error when reading components worker row. The system cannot find the path specified. Okay, that makes quite of sense. No, we don't need that. That's WC. Command T. So minor and some of course all the renames. There will be some imports that are missing probably. Yeah, made sense. That's now of course not there anymore. That's now wow. But all of that is very cumbersome. I don't know. It does not update the port. Navigate to press MM. It will prompt blah blah blah. Okay, fair enough. Just to clarify, when you pick a node in the tree, then press M, the hidden menu. This is crazy. It does not update the imports of other files. Yeah. Rename file in nerd tree. Update imports. It's the same answer. Okay, that means we have to update the imports ourselves, which is okay-ish, I would say. So I remove that, jumping to the next error. That's a language feature again. So how do we do that? Rip. L above and L next. And I think L after it will, L after. Perfect. GS. No. GA. Fantastic. 7, enter. Hop. Ooh, that worked quite well. So, and now we need all the errors that we can see. So ls all diagnostics. So there is an issue because also here the import is wrong. And that has also not the worker row. This is now the minor row. Oh, we can't import. Probably because we have not updated the file name yet. So then we want to gr that to minor row. Oh, that worked now better. Interesting. Why so ever? Probably. Interesting. Good. Here is now dynamic GA, and we import 7. Wow. It's completely nuts. I love it. So we can close that now. Well, you know what? Maybe we leave it open, or we can get it all the time, so that's all fine. Okay. Whew. That was already the first challenge, but I hear it with Vim. If you use it longer and longer, you get faster with the stuff. So give me some time. It will feel now that I'm very slow and sluggish, but I get faster again. So we have the minors. Minors are loaded. We have them all here. I think we will not use the row so much in the future. And this here should be in behavior of this part of the okay. We have the minor and what we wanted to do, so check how the counting system actually works. Yeah, perfect. So let's quickly head over to the counter and see point counter, and we have a behavior for that. And at the moment we have the behavior that every second we add the points. What would we need now? Instead of having a tick, it seems like we would have an update, and we have to keep all track of all the different minors that we have at each point of time. What would be a good solution here? I mean, if we click on that minor, we create him, and then he should get points from there on, and just for that one minor. A period of 1 with the tick increase points. So that makes sense. So every second we tick now, which is fine for one minor, but it's unfortunate that it looks like that. Could we create, instead of a ticker that we say, which is fine, but what we also could do is that we have like a flow, you know, from 0 to 1 second, we update the points to 5. Then we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be maybe more beautiful. So that would mean the period would be way smaller. Maybe 0.25 or something, or even smaller. And then we divide the 5 that we have, or the 5 times worker amount, divided through the time we need. Interesting problem. Interesting problem there. What could we do? So instead of having this, we could say we insert here 0. Let's say 1. It needs an integer here inside. No, I can't believe that. So Okay, so we get the timer component and every millisecond is updating, and we don't want to have that. But we need some different way of counting. So we get the worker amount. Where do we get that from? We read that from the state. From the upgrade state. Okay, so the state of the update. And the counter is just getting points, probably. We could count how many points that would be, but where do we have to do that? So we have to store so many things. Now I'm getting confused. So if we would not do that with a timer component, can we do it somehow differently? I think we can, right? So we would have here a void. I think we can override, or can we just enter update? Yeah, we can. Perfect. So override update. It's not beautiful, but it makes sense. It would be much better if this would make some enters and stuff. So it's not perfect. So implement update, super update. Hoi Minu, greetings, hope you are well. So getting this off and this off. So we have the update method, and then we would say we can skip this text component, expected to find something. Eh? So simple. We need a timer. I have an idea. Perfect. So let's get back quickly. Yeah, I need that and getting that back. Too much. So perfect. So I need that back, and then we can say we have this update timer and we have the ticker. And the reason is inside of the ticker, this is Vimium. So it's self-created in the last couple of days. But at the moment, I'm more searching for keyboards, events and things like that. So we know I'm not perfect yet, but it makes a lot of fun. I can highly recommend. So that would mean we have every second, we take a look on how many workers we have and we calculate. Yeah, for better performance, but you know, VS Code, everyone has that. So I thought, let's be a bit fancy. Also, a lot of streamers that I know, looks buggy? No, it doesn't. It's perfect. It looks beautiful. Look, I did some illegal character 0. Where did I made an illegal character 0? Escape, save. Where's there a 0? I don't get it. But it seems that I'm the line numbers. That's because, you know, they are relative, and I learned that also when I trained a little bit with it. So you can see the 17 here. This is the line number we are, and then we can see from there going out on top and bottom how far we can go. So for example, if I want to jump 6 high, I can enter 6 up, and then it's jumping there, so it's easier to navigate and understand where I am. But it will take some time, I promise you, until I completely mastered this new editor. It has a lot of cool functionalities, I really love them, but it also makes it super, yeah, interesting. What for an illegal character 0? I'm lost here. Can imagine. I feel a little bit lost, honestly. So override, and now we are happy. Escape. Illegal character 0. The fuck? Void update. The declaration increase points isn't referenced. Try moving. Increase points. Let me quickly remove that again. So type a node public APIs. It seems like the Dart server is maybe a bit too slow. So avoid unnecessary. Undefined named und. Where did I have und? Okay, now it looks okay-ish again. But you are right, it's crazy. Maybe I have to switch to VS Code in the sooner or later, but I'm not yet ready to give up. Wait, I don't have to write that. Let's... So. No, I destroyed it. So, like this. And now we want to get the update method. Thank you. Enter. Oh, didn't work. Update method. Yes, this one. Why is he not just adding it? Update. If I use up, no. Okay, you know what? Before I like train the whole day and nothing comes out of it, I give Min a write and we have to switch to an editor I know, because else it's really a long and boring stream where I don't have any benefit. So let's see how VS Code is doing it. Getting this back. I'm very sad now because I made a crash course on Vim and I thought it would be pretty cool. But yeah, not cool enough. VS Code. Oh, thanks for the clap. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let me quickly get that into background. We are here and I need this display capture. Ah, fair enough, that's display capture. Ah, but then I can also switch that again to my favorite and add that as an other source. VS Code, zack, code, exactly match same executable, make it large, like that. So this is settings, I think we don't need that. You know, there's a config that handles most of the blue lines on save. Okay, we have to check, I don't know. For now, I want to just start a project yet, if I find it somewhere. So let's see, we have projects. No, we have idea projects. These projects, auto clicker and select folder. Don't save. Slowly, give me a second. I have to arrive in the new editor world now from my famous... yeah, no. And it starts. No. How can... Was it not some... Fair enough. So, worker row. Minor row, worker row. So, how can I rename? Probably as Shift F6, yeah. Minor row. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, at least I know now what I'm doing. That's much better. So now I have to make it a bit bigger. That's not completely true, Mino. The reason is I use the IntelliJ key mapping. So how can I increase now the font? Yeah, perfect. Okay, it's a bit too big. Oh, that's fine. Or yeah, because I'm don't want to learn new tricks, you know. Can I? Ah. Wait, this is minus. Okay, I see. Is there something like zoom, editor layout, appearance, zoom in, zoom out, control minus? I did that, didn't work. So yeah, now control plus. So I think that should be fine. Yeah, making the, the font size bigger. Good. Source fix all true. So this editor config will organize imports and source fix all. Okay. Sounds a little bit too much, but let's try that. So settings, open, no, this is git lens. How do I do settings in VS Code? Preferences, settings. How do I open the JSON file? Open settings JSON. So. And you mean here, probably. So give that a comma. Fair enough. Good. Not too bad. We managed it. Took just an hour, but we managed it. Good. I see right now that the stream naming is wrong. Can that be? Flame Flutter neovim? No, that works is correct. At least here. Maybe it's not updated in my. So, update. Good. Back here, let's see how far we come. So we renamed the minor, we was at the point counter, and what we wanted to do, and now I'm curious where the 0 is, where the issue is. Is this an issue? That time, no, this is just a change. Fair enough. So now we want to add here a method called update. Fantastic. Wow, how fast that works. Great. Okay, anyway. You told me so, I know. Restart and update, okay. Alright, enjoy, bye. Hi LMS, oh jeez. So, but anyway. Now this update is running all the time and this one every second. And every second I would like to have... Do we need that all seconds? I would like to increase the points all the time. And what I would like to do is checking how much points... Ah yeah, this is what I can do. Look. We can do it all the time, But we have to check how much points we want to do, and we cannot say 5. We always have to count till 100 to 1. So we would have to do something like, I don't know, I would just write it now very quick and dirty. So let's say we have an int that is points. It starts with 0. And when we update, we say, no, it's not the points, it's the elevated time, or elevated? Yeah, done time, or timer. Let's call it timer, don't know yet. Good. And what we want to do is every time we run into that, we want to increase the timer, and not by 1, but plus equals dt. This is a double, this is not yet a double, so let's make a double. Simple enough. So that means whenever we increase the timer, and every second we change the value. So my idea was something like, if the timer is bigger than 1, then we calculate how much points in the next second will be added. And else, when the timer is not more than 1, no, this will be not an else part, this will be just an own part. That will be the points increase. Increase the points according the new value, or the value. So every second we calculate how much points you get. That would be whenever you press on the tab, then we get new minus. And there we need to have some kind of value. So we have an int, points in current second 0. I don't know how good that will be. Let's see. So, and we evaluate that every second. So that would mean we say we take the worker amount. We check the worker amount every second. And then we make that the points in current second, current second is equal to worker amount times 5. Fair enough. And if this is the case, now we want to add the points. And how do we do that? We say points in current second divided by the time that has already elapsed, I guess. Let me quickly think, sorry. So that means we have points and we have now 1 second time. And inside of that second, we want now to reduce these points. So what we would need to do is, let's say we have 0, then it comes in and don't add any points. The dt will be probably 0.0016, so like for 16 milliseconds. How can we do that now? We have to divide and we do that afterwards. So, and we have to the current points will be divided through something. Huh. No, we want to do that every FPS that we get, we want to reduce the points in current second. So we get 60 FPS in Flutter, right? So we divide it by 60. Perfect. You know what? We don't do the points in current second like that. We say we divide that by 60 because that would mean what we get here is a double. How can I jump to the reference? I don't know. So this is a double. Or we can make that a floor. That's maybe even better. Math.floor. How do I import? Math. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Much better, much better. Flutter, yeah, Dart, math, floor. That's just dot floor. Ah, okay, fair enough. So we put that in brackets and say floor. Reference. Go to reference. Doesn't have a key binding. The fuck? You know what? I tried it. I can't switch. It's too slow. My workflow is just bad if I swap to something else. Ah, it's so bad. Horrible. I have to take a look into VS Code before I can... Or I don't want to invest too much time now into running all the different apps, so let's stick with it and fight. So... Reference. Peak preference, Control Alt F7. Okay. Anyway, now we have the points in seconds, and the reason why this is better, we can now just add this point amount to the scorp qubit. So we say we increase that by the points in current second, and that's it. And we can do that even better. We can actually, instead of using the timer here, we could create something that just calculates all the time, that gives us the information. I think that should be even more professional. And I see right now you don't see anything. Fair enough. Switcher. Whenever there's something with VS Code, then intelligence. Fair enough. Does that work? So let's switch quickly to Brave. And we switch to that. That didn't work, so we have a problem. Help tools, automatic scene switcher, IntelliJ, VS Code, .star. Okay, fantastic. Good. So now we can even reduce that if timer with 1, because the reason is we had this timer to check if we get every second together, but we could do something else. We could just react on the increasement of the worker amount and then calculate that all the time. So we have the worker amount times 5 divided by 60. It's not perfect, I guess, but it's the best that I came up with now. And the user will probably don't know it because it will be so fast paced that in the worst case you don't, or the best case you don't even see how much points you lost. Okay, that on the other side would mean we have the worker amount that we get, And what we want to do is actually react on that. And the update method is doing that every second. Yeah, so I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Let's try it out. So let's start quickly Flutter up. And let's see how that works in VS Code. All right, so we have our auto clicker. I get some people inside. Do we get points? No, we don't. Because I floor, and if we have just one, probably the floor is 2 less points at the end. So I have to do the opposite, floor and round, I guess, or seal. I think seal is the better. Seal. Or what we also could do is just increasing it by but this is now yeah, we don't seal, we just give the points as is. So, because if we seal it, we have also a problem. The increase, the value that we have here should be not anymore, I'm sorry, an integer, it should be a double. That's the thing. This is of course now all doubles. Yeah, now everyone is complaining, that's fine. First one, U, double. I think we don't need the, we keep the timer for now. So, and the score qubit is now a double. Increase by that, fair enough. I think now we will have some problems. Hide that. Point counter, score qubit. Double. On stage, you get a double. Type int, the argument type int can't be assigned to parameter double. Fine time. So shouldn't be a problem. What do we have here for problem? Same. Yeah. Block, pickaxe level. What is the problem here? Can't be sent to time. Okay, because we have to then say this is also to double. That I can't use VS Code is IntelliJ is driving me nuts. Okay, then we have the general upgrade button. Double. Do we have them all now? Finally, gee. Exception broken, fair enough, and restart. That looks a bit weird. I'll put that one a little higher. Paused on exception. Okay. providers are empty. Yeah, that's for sure. We have to restart everything. The reason is because of the widget tree was polluted now with the old version of the provider, and with that it got a little bit crazy. So let's see, now we have this kind of game and we start. Okay, we have to floor it to 2 values after the level before we show it, but everything else seems to work at least. So we get some points now. And now it looks also very weird if we add something. That's exactly the point that or this is exactly how I would like to have it. So now the point counter has, where it is visible, state equals 1, text state, and we have to do something here. We take the state dot to floor to double, seal to double. Yeah, I would say round to double in that case. And nah, it's not what I wanted. Seal to double. Clamp upper limit. Nah, I think with that I cut something off. I thought it is seal to double or floor round to double. Where? Yeah, this is too less of a truncate. No, not completely. Floor to double, seal to double, truncate. Double parse? No, I just want to get brave. So double 2 digits after. Fair enough, that looks simple enough. No, not as exponential. More weight. Not exactly how to round. ToString as fixed. ToString as fixed. Now we got it. Finally, we are there. Yeah, that looks like active development. Something happens in the background. Nice. So I think I don't need even something. And the 1 second, I would say you don't even feel that there is something in the background. So did I do that correctly is the question. This is something else. We can do that later. It's about the point counter behavior. So if we have the worker amount increase the points, and I think what we could do then is inside of this timer where we calculate more, we then just collect all the different things that we want to collect, like workers, miners, developers, I don't know, whatever we want to have, they will be added here. So we can get them. Okay, the question is now, is this one print already? 1 second. Timer is bigger than correct. So where do we see the debug? I give up. Okay, VS Code, go home. I tried it. I really tried. I'm sorry, I'm too stupid to change my editor. It's just too long that I worked with the others and it doesn't work. I drive nuts. So, easy switch. Sorry for that. I really tried. Nobody can tell me I was not trying. Okay, you can tell me that, of course, but I really did. Ah, home sweet home. Look at it. So the only thing is, you know, whenever I have the money and with you as my supporters, I will have that very quickly. Then we will buy just the next level development machine that I can put there where I can stream without any hesitation and problems. But until then, yeah, we do it with good old VS Code, Android Studio, IntelliJ, as much performance usage elements that I have to get my stream done perfectly nice. So I put on some light because it's getting slowly dark. Setting up the webcam looks very weird. So, should be much better now. It's really sad that I am so much comfortable in IntelliJ that I cannot switch somewhere else. Not a good sign actually, I'm getting old. So, back here. So we get the points, it's updating. I asked myself if it would be better if this would be not so visible. It looks very fast paced, like a bit too... Maybe in the background it can be as fast, but I just show it in full terms. That's maybe the best option, or? So we increase that, fair enough, but here when we display it, then we say we put that down to 0. Yeah, I think that's much better, or? And then we see just a way faster one pointer. Yeah, I think that's the way we want to work. Good. Yeah, that looks smooth and then it feels accurate. Yeah, that's good. So you have done something for your points. Good. But as I said, I want to have them all later in Flutter components instead of having that like that now. So I think we have some to-dos done. So this is done, save the timestamp when the miner. I think that is not necessary. That was a stupid idea. Just the first guess I had. Loop minus pointing. So we have that Flutter bar as an overlay. That would be the next part I would really love to work on. So what I mean with that is at the moment, this part up here, it looks nice, but it is actually real components, you know, this is all flame stuff. And this doesn't have to be. We can make that as a Flutter component. And why do I want to do that? In the future, I would like to have that shrinked like so. And it should look like a mobile game. So I would put the mine on top even and have there then on the bottom a scrollable widget where I can select what I want to level up. Something like that. So I think that would make sense and would make the game look actually pretty nice. So let's have a look how we can do that. So first let's put that up. Oh, look. All this nice little great, oh, so much better. Update the points within the second to see the real progress. Checks failed, JSON standard. What is that? Launch JSON. Ah, this is just some VS Code stuff. Yeah, go home. Don't need that. to do is missing. Where's that one? This can be in a behavior. Okay, fair enough. Let's push that for now. But if we get that message, maybe it's worth to have a look. So we have onload. What is that? Miner is a sprite component and it has an update function at the moment. And the behavior would be a walk behavior, I guess. So we could do that. So how would we do that? If we think about it, this is now a sprite animation component. Let's quickly create a behavior for that. Directory behavior. And this minor behavior is the walk behavior. Behavior.dart. Class walk behavior extends behavior of the miner. And the miner is not, I can import it, but probably it doesn't work because the miner is not yet an entity. So this one, entity. And probably now it's getting a bit dirty. So you know what, instead of changing all of it now, what I will do is I will create a new miner. Miner R for real. So, and what I will do is creating this class miner R extends entity. So and with that we can make them, this one now work here, and as soon as it works correctly we will make it correctly. So now here inside we have the update function and stuff. Perfect. Good. So let's keep that empty for now and think how we can do that. So if we need we have the behavior, so super, let's go here. We can pass in children, I think we have to do that, and the behaviors. So the behaviors are a list of behaviors, like the walk behavior we have. Gotcha. What else do we have? We have behaviors, we have children, we have the position, we have the size and the angle, and the scale. Good, I think we need the children. And inside of the children, there needs to be the miner component, the sprite animation component. And what I think is that I will. How could we do that best? Let me quickly check how we did that with the other behavior, just to see how it works. So we have the point behavior. The other thing is also an entity. And the child is the point text component. Yeah. So what we could do is we take that miner as it is, pop, bring it down in the miner R, stuff like that. And then here we make that private and say as a child, there is the miner component. So it complains now everywhere, that's good. So that just means that there is stuff missing, that's fine. Sprite animation component. Mixing can only be applied to class. It is a class, I guess. Import the game. Import components. Okay, simple enough. Good. We need flame. Sprite sheets is also flame. Good. That looks already pretty good. So, and I think here is a missing trailing comma. Nope. What is that? Oops. Ah, you can't see it again. Forgot about the scene switcher. Man. So we have the sprite up here, and here's just this missing and that. Okay, simple enough. So now we have to quickly think. We have the miner. Could clean that up and put that here. Now with this miner R, we want to have that somewhere else. Unable to create a refactoring. Makes sense. Okay, but anyway, we have then a children and miner where we have this inside. And we said this will be in the behavior. So what we could do is taking all that, saying, okay, there is the walk behavior and you take care of that. The good thing is now you don't need anymore the reference to the game. Oh, you need. Why? Because of the position, and the position needs the canvas size. Fair enough, keep it for now, and you need the behavior. Import. If x is the size of the parent. We will have to quickly check how that worked, but we need the parent. And how could we get the parent from a behavior? I did not do that here in the point counter, I guess. So no, but I think it has something to do with has parent or something. Has parent? No. Parent. Parent is a. And then I can say minor R, I guess. Something like that. And then I can ask for the parent. Let's see, parent, component, new parent. Parent.x is a valid thing. Yeah, great. So do that. Position is parent X and parent position Y, and here we have it also with parent X, and here parent dot position. Sweet. Okay. That worked way better than I expected. That's good. So we defined that this is the game, this is the miner, and now we can use that. And you complain still about that, that's fine. The unload method, I think that's also fine. Also because I believe we can change that in a second. This is just for the size. Because It's a minor. Okay, so thanks to that behavior, we know who's the parent. That's good. Let's quickly think. What can we do? What can we do actually? Why they don't disappear? Remove from parent. Walk behavior, remove from parent. Remove the companion from its parent in the next tick. But who is the parent? Is that parent not removed from parent? I guess so, right? It's not the one I don't want to. I'm not sure if it's referencing correctly, because else I remove just the behavior, which would be also not perfect. So, give me a minor. And disappeared. Perfect. So now we just have to check why this. He takes the canvas size. He knows what is that? This is vector 2. I think I should say that this is the position, right? Probably that solves already the issue. Yeah, here we go. Cool. So the entity is walking correctly. It disappears as soon as it's entering the mine. The points are coming now very frequently in a very beautiful manner. I like all of that. Okay. All right. So as I said, next step would be to have that as a bar. So up here we've now made a refactor, clean up the minor worker, and yeah, created a walking behavior. Dude, still refactoring, right? If I knew the most of the stuff already beforehand, it would be much better. So what do we have? We have the pickaxe. I think we sooner or later have to also upgrade that, but you know what? Not today. We keep it for now. So what I would do is, because at the moment we have these minor rows, and what is a minor row? Actually, it's the information about the whole top part here. So this minor picture, the level up button, and the information about the miner itself. So I would like to change that to be as a Flutter component inside of Flame, so that we have that on the bottom probably, and pushing the mine a little bit higher, so that in a mobile game it would look a bit like this, right? So we have then the scrollable behavior on bottom and push that to the bottom, and the mine a bit above or something like that. So I think that's how I can imagine at the moment how it looks. So how do we do that? I will go into our Graviator application, and inside of here we worked with that. So let's see, we have the game, we have all these different screens, like for example game over screen, and this is a view, game over page, something like that. So we need to identify how this works. And for that, let's go to the Flame engine documentation, right? Docs, components. So game widgets, no, this is not. Game loops, components, platforms, collision detection, no. We want to have rendering probably, text areas, decorators, layers, others, widgets. Games with Flutter is the ability to use Flutter's extensive toolset, 9 tile boxes, a rectangle drawn. sprite button, sprite widget, sprite animation widget. No, that's all not that what I wanted. You can see all the widgets showcased. These are just different widgets that Flame provide, but not what I want. I want a user interface. I want to put something on top. Inputs, camera components. No, this is the camera itself where we can move things. That's not it. Game loop components. No. Okay, so we have to figure it out somehow. We have it in the game. There is the view.dart, and view.dart contains what? The game page. Game page extends stateless widget. Game level map to load. Message box qubit. Game level map to load. Game qubit astronaut qubit map to load. But this is just for the message box, maybe. In-game overlay, flame overlay ID. Okay, interesting. Audio overlays, add in-game overlay, flame overlay ID. Okay, with that, the overlay of the text message box was added. So now the question is, how do we do something like calling something else? Message box, game state. So let's say we lost. How would that work? Components, behavior, gravity rotator, game. It would be a game behavior, right? Block, game qubit, game qubit. So what happens end game, ends the game? If blah blah blah, score blah blah blah, emit, game screen, game over screen display. Previous level, no, that's just the different tiles. This is the state. I guess if we look in the state, it's just how, yeah, the different levels. But someone needs to react, right, on this game over screen displayed. And who will it be? The components? In-game UI component? Aha. Inventory widget? Aha. We're coming closer. So in-game UI component, that's what I want, right? So we would like to have this this part up here, that upgrade menu more or less is our upgrade menu UI, and also the points will be part of it, I guess. And it would be great to have that as Flutter widgets. So let's see, that would mean we have there a component. Let's call that in-game UI as well. In-game UI. And what was it now? There is the in-game UI.dart, which exports the views. Health bar view. And then this in-game UI needed to be part of the game, probably where we are in the game. So would it be here that we have the in-game UI? Yep, here it is, overlays.add. And where is overlays from? Overlays is just once here. Okay, fair enough. So the game has overlays, and here we just put on something. In-game overlay, flame overlay ID. Fine, in-game overlay, but in-game UI is something different, right? What do we get from in-game UI? Is it health and so on? So there's the game entity add. And the game entity is down here, where we then add all in the map creation. Helper. course, body entity. What is the game page? Initial active overlays, in-game overlay, flame overlay ID. So when we have the game widget, then we put that inside. Interesting. Flame overlay ID. Overlay builder map. Game widget. The game widget has it. So where do we find that for us? So we have that. There is the game widget. That would mean that this game widget has now the overlay builder map and initial active overlays. Bah, bah, bah. That sounds completely simple to do. Fair enough. That means we have this helpers, layers, components, and this in-game UI is a component now, or the in-game UIs is a component. At least it was for us. So let me quickly check in-game UI. Would I say in-game UI? Yeah. Okay. And there are qubits, there are views, and there is that, and probably this is just the export. Let's do that. In-game UI.dart export a view/view. Fair enough. And inside of here we have a directory view where we have all the different things that we want. And yeah, because we create another barrel roll, we just have here inside a view.dart, which then exports all the different things. Fair enough. Okay, that was now a little bit understanding. Now what do we want? We want to have a list scroller upgrade menu. So let's call that upgrade menu. Let's create a stateless widget. I think that's upgrade menu, and import everything we need. Material in that case. For now, just keep it super stupid simple. That will convert to using super parameters. Yeah, do that. Fair enough. So, and inside of that, we export the upgrade menu. Super. And inside of here, view.dart. Good. So anything that I should know now. So we have in-game overlay status bar, and inside of here we have the health bar, oxygen level. Okay, so I have one overlay and then all the overlays inside. Now we could argue, of course, is that a real overlay or should we have something like that? Difficult to tell, of course. I would say let's try it with an overlay. I don't even know how we scroll in Flame. So if we would have a scroll component, how we would scroll that. Maybe also interesting if that is even possible, because with the Flutter part, it should be super simple, right? But I'm a solo dev. I decide now we do a scroll bar underneath of it. Okay. So we export that, we have that. So how does it work? We would then in-game overlay create a constant that we pass in. So this one will have a constant, flame overlay ID, flame overlay, let's call that, and do that also with hyphens that break between, because then I can select it better. Flame overlay upgrade menu. Fair enough. So, and this flame overlay ID needs now to be taken into account, and that is from, no matter what happens at the moment, what I can do is make a very simple widget here with a text widget and pass in hello world. I think that can be done, something like that. And because that will complain, we make a material widget surrounding it. Good. By the way, something that I really liked with Vim was the CI command, so not everything was bad. I'll clean it a little bit up. So I'm not completely lost with Vim. Maybe I will have another go and will work with it privately without watching everyone. But I guess it's a really cool thing to learn from the in the long run. Some of the stuff is really cool. So, upgrade menu, const build, material, fair enough, that works now all. What's there to complain? Put a single line, yeah, fair enough. Okay, now let's see, not this one, I think the game view was it, right? Game page. And there's the game view, and then there is the game widget somewhere where we have the initial, and there we pass in the flame overlay IDs, and then inside of the overlay build map we say that the overlay ID corresponds to an overlay that we have. Actually, it sounds simpler than I thought in the first case. So that means we have here the initial active overlays, which is in our case the upgrade flame overlay. How did we call it? This one. So that will be from the upgrade menu dot flame overlay ID. Probably have to import it. Yep. Upgrade menu. Add a const, fair enough. So that's the first one we add. And now we need this builder overlay builder map. It's a map, so we do this of, what is it? It's the string to widget, I guess. Don't like that. Map string widget function build context blah blah blah. Okay, fair enough. So this is not completely true. Then let's remove it and just have it. So that means we have upgrade. Wait, how do I, was it this? How do I get the first element in? So inside of here we have, oh, we just write, okay, fair enough. Then this is the upgrade menu dot flame overlay ID. Colon, and here we have the upgrade menu, and this is a method builder, so probably it has a context and returns then the upgrade menu. That doesn't seem to be completely correct. Overlay map builder. So you are here. The overlay widget builder is a widget function context with the game. So we don't need the context and we don't need the game, so that's why. Ah, yeah, gotcha. Oh, make that a bit cleaner. Okay, maybe not. Good. So. And that means whenever we create this game widget, now there should be the upgrade menu on top of it. So if I restart here, up there we have now hello world. Cool. So now we just have to push it on the bottom, which shouldn't be, oh, yeah, which is interesting. So how can I do that? Probably I have to make it, it's a good question. How do I do that? Bob. Let's see how we did it here. Or Better Nova Siri did it. So she had the views. Health bar, for example, is on the top. It's the size box, child is full. Ah no, that's the hearts, okay. Simple enough. What I want to do is looking into the view and then the in-game overlay, and I think this one has placed. Not really, right? So I don't see any positioning. It's interesting. Const heart is full, true, false. I still don't know where the position of the hearts are, or the level. Hey, welcome by the way in the stream. Hope you like it. So, okay. So we got the inventory. We know now where to put the things in, but I don't really understand where we know how to position the things. So what I mean is we have now the material widget with everything. So what we could do is of course creating a column where we make the very first part expanded, and then down below we have, I don't know, another column where we have our stuff in. No, actually that will be a scrollable widget. Or we'll do that in the future. So it's obviously this is a children. Inside of here we would have that expanded needs a child, not like that. Child, text, hello world. So where's the game here? So where is it now? Hello world is on top, but it doesn't expand. Okay. Or on the other side, maybe it expands and we just don't see it. So that could be that there is hello world 2. Yeah, so now we have one on the bottom and one on the top. Yeah, not optimal, right? That's probably the problem with the overlay solution. Interesting. I'm not completely sure how I want to solve that now. I still think that having the scrollable widget on the bottom will make things way easier. And I think the but if this is moving, we could actually do it. It's just not very nice at the end. Something like that. Okay, and what's now the reason? We have now bottom and top, so I could remove that. Another option is of course making it static and push it to the bottom all the time. Oh yeah, why not? That's much easier. So I could take that, say main axis alignment and start from the end. Right, so now if I say here hello world or hello, I don't know, heaven. No, that didn't work like I wanted actually, so why not? Main axis alignment and, maybe it doesn't reload. It does. Main axis alignment and space around start. In a column, the main axis is from top to the bottom. If I say end, I was expecting that we have first. Wait, to make that a bit more visual, I want to switch now the text with a container and give that a color, which is then colors.red, for example. And he complains because it's cost, makes sense. And also here we want to have a container which has the colors green. So it's just to see how the override directly works. Okay, we can't see anything. That makes sense because we have no child inside here. Text, hello world. So now we see in green the bottom part. Okay, and now if I say this one, main axis alignment end, it does not switch anything, right? So happy start, no. Okay, and that was what I expected, but that is not the case. So the only thing that I currently see is that we really say, okay, we expand, and maybe expand that too. Something like that. Now we would have half-half, and 50% of the space comes into the hello world of that. And now we could say, fair enough, then, but 50% is high. Like a third would be enough, I guess, for a scrollable list of things that we have more. I mean, the game should be still playable, right? We want to have fun on the top part. We could create another expanded and then push it. Like saying we would have something like that, and then another, no, better. I think this has a flex, and we'll give it 2, like so. Much better, or so. And this could, I can imagine now if this is a phone that this space is maybe a bit too less space for scrolling and playing. You know what, for now we keep it half-half, and then later we change that again if we think it's too big or too small or something like that. So that means this container actually can be gone. I think we don't even need it. It would be then just a sized box, just to make the expanded happy to have a child in it. I'm not even sure. Can we make a flexible sized box or something? A flex box? There is flexible. Maybe flexible is also the solution. Flexible. Now we just skip the child. No. Flexible. It's not expanded, but it's also needing a child. Sized box, box. Okay, don't play too much around. So give it a child if it needs to, and the child will be now a container and with nothing inside. And it's not const probably. Fair enough. And the flex is 2. And now it doesn't work, of course, because flexible, it works, perfect. Okay, so that's that. And now we can use that to show our points, for example, and things like that. Pretty good. So that means this ending didn't help us at all. We can remove that, I guess. I think right now we can do following. I could increase it a bit more. Don't always have to switch between the two. Something like that, and push it here. Okay, so now we have the container text blah blah blah. So and instead of having that, we want now to have the full upgrade menu. And the full upgrade menu will be always known by us because the size of it will be clear, the buttons, whatever we want to show, everything is clear. So in my opinion, what we could do is just creating here a list view. And because we know exactly what's inside, I would do it manually with children in that case. So list view item, create class. Now it's everything red-ish. Isn't defined for the type, okay. What was it? List view or list item or something like that. There was that nice little widget that we can use, right? List view item. Flutter. List view, and inside of list views we have usually creation, destruction, custom scroll view, sliver list, list tile, obviously, list tile widget. And this one has a title, so for example, pickaxe. So, no media query widget ancestor founded. Raw scroll widgets require media widget ancestor. A media query widget ancestor, the specific that could not find a media query. I understand. Raw scroll bar. Media query widget ancestor. So you mean this list view needs a media query ancestor? How do that work? Creates a widget that provides media query data to its instance. Okay, it's gonna be difficult probably. Maybe I need a scaffold. I can try that by surrounding that with a scaffold. Because you have not added a widgets app, Cupertino app or material app. Aha. Okay. So you want to have a widgets app. Widgets app. Yeah, okay, let's take the good old material app. Title builder. No material widget require material widget ancestor list tile. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. So wrap that in material. Okay, so that was pretty hacky. And I think there are better solutions, but for now we keep it like that, just to make that obvious. So we have the title. I think we want to recreate that list type for ourselves. So this will be a row with children, and it will have 3 children. In our case, it will be once the image.asset probably. Let's see if I can even get that via this, or if I need to recreate that asset then. So I need the assets. Do I don't use... Can I... Yeah, let's recreate that quickly. Because I'm not sure if I used Flutter Gen already here in this project. So let's have a quick look. Flame behavior, flame, let's reflame. No, I can't see it. And the problem with that is that all of these are not generated, so I would have to enter the real strings, and I'm super lazy, so I will not do that. Flutter Gen. That's too much. I would like to go to the pub-dev. Flutter Gen. There we go, blah blah. Install, we have it already, so we just need to run this guy. Okay, so we don't have the dependencies for the build runner. That's not good. So let's get these 2 bad boys. The build runner is in which version at the moment? 2.2. Pop. Okay, and the other one was in which version? Flutter Gen Runner. Okay, probably I have it now, so it should do the trick. Let's hope. Or let's get that build runner also here inside. And just say any, so that we get any version of that, so we don't really mind actually. Good. Up. Nope. It's a good sign, he takes longer. Typical problem with the build runner, it's just slow. Error. So, because probably of the name, right? Expected to find, blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, I see the problem. Okay, what I could do is make that background 1, background 2, background 3, and so on and so forth. Yeah, we have to do that, I guess. Background 2, do it. Oops, that was a mistake. Background 3, do it. Background 4, good. Alright, so all the different backgrounds. We change that, and now we can run the build run again. Succeeded, fantastic. Now we can remove all of them, because in our upgrade menu, what I can do now is creating the row. So, row, and inside of that row we have children. And the first children will be, yeah, that image, right? So assets dot. Why do I not have access to my assets now? Where has it been created? Gen, assets gen. How is that now? Asset gen image, asset gen image. String path, image asset, image. I thought this class is exported and I have access to it. Assets. No. Ah, here we go. Finally, images, and now we have the pickaxe, hopefully. So what is that now? This is now... This is the image itself, so... The constructor is a const constructor, that's true. Let's remove that. And pickaxe is giving me an asset gen image. That image. I can take the path or the image. Let's take the path, I think. assigned to... Ah, so. Ah, shoot. Okay, fair enough. Can I use that in Flutter as I want, or do I have to create now 2 of them? That doesn't work like I want. So many things I have to do now surrounding it. So I'm still not sure. Maybe this was the better option up here, to have this with the miner and stuff. Especially because this one is clickable, right? Also this, but it could be also... But if I want to have that then scrollable, I would probably have to implement all the behaviors and things like that myself. So I'm still thinking a UI is still better in the long run. Okay, we get the path. So can I crop an image in Flutter? Cache height, center slice. That sounds not too bad. Fit, gapless, height is anti-aliasing, package scale, slice. What does that mean and what happens here? The center slice is a 9-patch image. The region of the image inside of the center slice will be into its destination. The region doesn't sound like a crop. Gapless playback, scale, exclude from semantics. And it's getting even worse with the worker, I guess. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's say we have a placeholder here with the height and width. Fallback height 32, fallback width 32. Exactly, something like that. So 32 is maybe too small, but yeah, on the other side, yeah, let's keep it 46, something like that. So we have the image here. Afterwards, we have the level up button. So we probably, it's gonna be also interesting because the upgrade, no, not this one, the level up button, this one is also 2 images in one. So probably I have to extract them as one. Yeah, don't see another solution at the moment. So let's go quickly to Photoshop and let's slice one out. And then I will have to make that active, inactive, things like that. Gonna be interesting. So now it's gonna be interesting if I can set up this nice little Photoshop here so you can join and view too. I think that's fine. Okay, I'm not sure if I have the files all here. No, this is the game. So probably what I need to do is pulling that over here. And then from here we would have to cut that out. So select, my absolute amazing Photoshop skills come out. So, getting it up. So, what I, nope, can't do that. So, nope. Here it is, and now we say file, new, getting from the clipboard, touching the in, great stuff, and export as PNG, and I see right now you don't see that anymore. Stop that for now. Good, then let's see where we export that to. Downloads, maybe not. I think I had a folder somewhere for the game. But geez, don't ask me where. So let's create here one. Let's say game dev. And that's the button active background actually, but yeah, we will do that. So and in layer 1 we can select, what is the keyboard for that? N. And select, that's wrong. This way. X, V, drag over here. Don't show this one, and export that one as well. And call it inactive. Creative. Good. So got the pictures. I can remove those for now. Getting that from documents. You can't see that for a second. That's fine. YouTube, game dev, getting 2 buttons over here. Good. So we have now the add and that one. In our upgrade menu we will have them here. I don't know, how will we make that best? I think a container? No, not, oh, yeah, but still, oh, an animated container? Yeah, not now, but, or? Duration, second, middle, no. 100? I think it will be not animated. Let's keep it for a container for now. I like the idea usually, but the const isn't a const constructor. Okay, then go away. This is a const, this not. And inside of this one we have a child, which could be, I think, the text level up in that case, right? Level up. And if we have in that container, we have a decoration, a box decoration, and this has a background. Can I decoration image? Perfect. So asset, no, image dot asset, assets dot images dot. I have to rerun. T rerun. Button active for now. So, and then the path, obvious. So, image asset, image can't be assigned to decoration image. Oh, okay. Decoration image. Image. Aha, now he don't. What? The image wants an asset image. Typically this will be an asset image. Yeah. Okay. Decoration image with an asset image, and this one, let's keep it for now and let's see what we can do. Interesting, so he has the asset image path and everything, but it seems like it did not load up here. So the problem, probably we have to restart the game. Certainly, because inside we need the game method. What is he complaining about? Decorated box. Okay, gotcha. Okay, now this is way too small, but fair enough. We can make that a decorated box. Decoration image. So alignment, color filter, box fit, repeat scale. What does box fit dot contain value fill fit height? Fill would be probably okay. The problem is now that this decoration image it fills now perfectly. That would mean this text will be I want that this decorated box has a certain size box 46 and no, yeah, and height is 32 for example, and that doesn't make sense. I think it would be double because the number up there is also double, right? So like that, simple enough. And probably, I mean, for now it's fine, but in the future maybe we will have something like, hey, please be double the size or something. So, and this text inside is not centered, and that is a mistake. We can do that too. Good. Now the text can be, and the cool thing is now, compared to up here, we don't have to do all this crazy stuff with injecting and everything, and it will work directly, which is pretty cool. Like that. Okay. Between the two, we'll have a size. No, not between these two. It will be here. Size box width of, I don't know, 8 maybe. Just some small spacing. Fair enough. Const modifier not there. And here. So there we could have the style, text style, font size, let's say 32. And I think the font style we can take also from the real in-game stuff. So from the pickaxe, for example, we have the pickaxe info, pickaxe row. And what is here? There is the level button, there is the icon, pickaxe, pickaxe upgrade, the upgrade button, the upgrade text. No, that's not it. Size 120 to 40. No, where's the text level up? And the position is 18.6. So you can see it wasn't really not beautiful how I created all that. So we have the size 128, but where's the text style actually? Don't I have that? I thought so. So probably I could have it here and it just took the full size. Sprite image, size children, vector 2. No, the size is 128, so it seems that the text style is not even part of it. How did I do that with the info? Here we have a text style, okay, but it was more 16. Interesting, interesting. Up, so get that here. So, and then color will be colors.white. Background we don't have necessarily, but we want to have it bold, right? So that is scale factor, local, selection color, direction height, scale factor, width basis. Okay, keep it for now. So, and this upgrade button that we have here, we should have in an own component, I guess, because it will be anyway too long. If the state changes from active to inactive, then we will have to know that here. So anything that I missed so far? No. The white space beyond, can I remove that somehow? Colors.transparent. It's not here, it seems. Is it the column or the container? List view, do you have a color? No. Material. Oh yeah. So here we have the colors transparent. Okay. Will it be transparent in the long run? Probably not. But what I could do is, instead of making it transparent, giving the material color colors.white, or let's create white with a percentage. Let's say 38%. So maybe not here, adding it here. Something like that. Probably a bit stronger, but it would be great if we have that color surrounding everything anyway. So there would be let's surround it with a new widget, decorative box container. No, I think it was just the box, right? Wrap. Decorated box, fair enough. And this has duration, position, box decoration. And inside of here we have the color, colors.white, 60, constant. That was a bit too much. The problem is, of course, I don't want to have it through all, so I take that away. Make that, revert that a little bit. And just the expanded below with the list view will have that. And convert to children, yeah, you get an own one. Container, and it has a color. Can even this is a box decoration. The problem is I can take all of that, surround that with a new container, and adding this decoration into it. Now it complains, change to a decoration box decoration. A decorated box, fair enough, and we should be more clean. And the list view still stays with the color no, the material part here. Color is just transparent. So, okay. Why did I do that? The reason is this list view will then later probably have some padding, so it will look a little bit nicer. So, padding, something like that, and then it looks like that. With that, it has some space from the areas around. Now we will have that. So the only downside that I see with all that work that I do here is that I don't know from the game perspective how high that menu will be. So that could be a huge disadvantage in the long run. Because how should I know that this is a third? I can just calculate, right? I take everything and then calculate a third of it. So just to see if that works, let's see where I added the game. We have the background sprites and everything. So idea, for example, the mine. Where is the mine placed? I guess if I search here for the mine. Here. The mine position, where is that? Here, on game resize, we put it always on the bottom of it. X, Y, that means we have Y divided by 3 times 2. Times 2 would be the height. And that worked. I'm surprised. So that means it's always on top of it, because it's flexible, right? So it's the flex on the bottom is exactly 2 to 1, so 2 to 1, which makes it a third, which lets calculate. Everything is possible. Smart it. So that would mean what we can do now is we can go into the rest from the background, for example. This is the static background layer that we have here. And do the same thing, right? Position, vector. Ooh, how can we do that now? On resize, how do we work on resize? Background sprites 0, background layer, canvas size. And we pass in the size and it will just take the size. But the canvas size is not completely true. This one is a vector 2 of size.x and size.y divided to 3 times 2. Clean up. And here we go. Ha! I did not expect that this would work that easy. So now what we could do is, for the game itself, at the later stage, whenever I have time to create the sprites for it, we could create some kind of roll or scroll behind of it so that it looks a little bit more gamey. Cool. Okay. We're coming to something. So I will push that because, yeah, we did already a lot again. Renamed the background images, scaled the background, gave, added an UI overlay to level up the pickaxe and the miner, or that will come in the future. Let's push that for now. There's one file missing. As a gen, yeah, let's add that too. And let's go to Git and put them together, because I don't want to separate MR for that. Fair enough. Clicker. And push. Good. So we have that. Now we can add some additional information, what it is, like the pickaxe, writing here, I don't know, pickaxe level 1 and getting the points underneath. And I think that should make it super simple for the future to add and enhance it. And for additional points, we can remove all of that up here, because as you can see, it's not scalable. It was very hard to maintain. Additional problems were occurring there. And the best part is we can make this one scrollable as soon as we want, as soon as possible. Okay. Sorry, was now a bit lost where I am. Here. Converge. Enough. Level up. Good. So with that we are away here. This from here. Shouldn't use double quotes. I really should learn that. Good. I would like that this one takes up 2/3 of the space somehow. So sized box, this has now hard-coded size. Can I get rid of that and say that this one... Go back to changes, please. Give me something useful. Fair enough. This is expanded. Much better. So it looks a bit ugly. The reason is the higher the part is, the more it's getting stretched. But for what I want to achieve, it's okay. Because I want to have a third part with infos. Yeah, question will be which one will be expanded then. So here will be a placeholder for now, which has the infos. And I think it will has a fallback width from 1 to 8. 6. Correct, and I think the size box can be copied and be here inside too. Something like that. And then it's the question if it needs even to be expanded here, or if we say this one will be expanded. So we remove that and would say this one gets expanded, and this one, remove this widget. Would be something like that. And I would give it a width of 1 to 8, as we said. So we can just hope that the mobile phone will be not too small. But we can check that. Fair enough. So we have that, all of that. This is a row we created for each of the leveled up elements. And then inside of that placeholder, let's create it directly. So we would not have this, we would have more like a column inside with children, which have texts like, for example, the pickaxe. And then we would have here 1 point per second. Const and const. So left align, of course, so start. It's the cross-axis alignment. Start. Beautiful. Something like that. And I think we don't even have to expand it. So, fair enough. And from here we give that one bandit. So nice. So with that we have this dynamic Depending on the size of the phone, we can switch that. I think that's fair. Or we put the level up button even on the back, on the end. Then it can take the rest of the space. So we know how fast this is, how big that is, and then the level up button will be just at the end. I think that could be even the better approach. Up here, something like that. Okay, so instead of having that image, I want now to take this and go back to Photoshop, to good old, and then let's also create two of them, like pickaxe active or pickaxe not so active, even though I don't like that. Can I use sprite sheet somehow? That's a good point, I don't know. Why did I not try that yet? When we have this, let's create for here file sprite sheet. Sprite sheet. Require image source size. So with a bit of luck, I could reuse that. Sprite sheet. Where did I have used it already? I mean, sprite sheet. We have that already somewhere. So if I use that, can I get the sprite here? So sprite sheet. Can I get also the image? Careful. Get sprite by ID. Image. Create animation, get sprite by ID. So when I have a sprite, active sprite, can I get an image from that? I can get an image from that. But what kind of image are you? This is a flame image probably, so it's not an image like an image that I would like to have. Comes from flame images. Let's try that anyway. So I know it feels like it will not work, but still I would like to have that tested. How can we do that? I would do create here the init state. No, we don't have init state. Let's just do it here for now. We pass in the sprite sheet, we get the image from where? Here. Let's load even that, I don't mind. We can't do that. Oh, I could create a future builder who gets me the image. I think that's the best option at the moment. So if I surround that here with a future builder. This is context snapshot. So future. Future, I don't know, create an async function like get image, something like that. Get image will be down here and returns an image. Okay, so, okay, then let's see. We want from the pickaxe pickaxe start. Sprite sheet with all the vectors. That would be exactly what we want. And sprite sheet gets like this. And pickaxe get the sprite. Sprite sheet gets sprite. Dot image. Or to image. Await. Return. Will be asynchronous. We have dependencies to flame, it seems. Fair enough. Why is that vector is not working? It's hardcore ugly, by the way. So much import we have can't be returned to get image because the future. A value of image can't be returned to get image. This gives me 100% an image, fair enough. But I think it's a different dependency. Yeah, so I get a painting image and I need a widget image. So I get it from the sky engine. I'm pretty deep low with that image. I could create a memory image out of it. Can I, if I get this image, can I get the uint8 list? Stream. Reach. That's it. Sky image dot. Then when completed, future image. When completed, I get a future image. What if I get that right? We have that. Of course, I have to wait for that. Image dot height with clone is cloned by to byte code, and then I could get the byte data. Pixels in uint8. Let's try that. So, and now I could say image.memory from the bytes and return that. Pixels in uint8 is a future of uint8, obvious, so I have to await this too. Future of uint8 list can't be a uint8 list. You give me a future of a wait. Bytes. Helper method to retrieve the pixel data of the image as uint8. Pixel order used by await 2 byte data buffer as uint list. Yeah, exactly. And this is a method I have to call it. Maybe now await is working. Fair enough. Slow, I think very slow. So if I get the image now here, what I could do is showing nothing at the beginning. So we could show a circle dependency or something, but at the moment, when the snapshot is over, what do we receive? We receive an image widget. And when then we want to return the image itself, I think that is fair. On the other hand, what kind of image do I receive? It's not a widget, right? Oh no, it's a widget. Perfect. So we get the image. We could isn't a widget. As required by the closure. What does the builder need? It needs a widget. And this isn't a widget. A widget does display as an image. Stop it. So container return as a child as an image. Ah, obviously this is the type. Data. So, and there would be if snapshot.hasData, then we do that. And else we return a circular progress indicator. Net. Invalid image data. Yeah, sadly I thought so already. Stupid. Very sad, really. So we get the sky image, and I'm pretty sure he can't convert that into the image that we need. So that's a bit unfortunate. Can I do something else with that 2 image? I guess not. I could get a paint from it. Paint original size, source, rectangle, 2 image, render rect, nah. That was the best shot I could get. Can I create image dot? What can I get else? A network, asset, memory. So that would mean I have to create it in Photoshop myself and then have multiple of these images inside. I really don't like that. Now I'm more and more convinced that it's maybe not the best idea to have that UI down here. Then we could make that up here more dynamic, and it was a nice try, but I think it will not work like that. So much work into it, but I don't think it will work just because of the images. So whenever something is, how do you call it, dynamic, we have a problem. The question is now, do we need the tab functionality up here, or could we just make it that this will be just a static image? That's maybe a good point. So if we don't make that tappable, but we say the complete area on top is tappable. Yeah, by the way, we could get that all back. We don't need the future builder anymore. This part can be gone. Now up here we have this part can be gone, and this placeholder stays here. Good. So the idea that I had is that we say, okay, we don't have that part up here, but we say more. Where is that? This one. So the idea would be more that we don't have that here, that tab behavior, but it would be more running around. So, and if I have understood correctly, we have to remove that flexible here. And we have even more that we have to remove, and I think that expanded is not necessary anymore, because that cannot be a column. So all of that decoration box needs to come inside of here. I have to change the music, I drive nuts else. Where is it? Switch off the music, here we go. So, much better. Okay, So the problem is now we have it everywhere, but we have to somehow do that differently to push that on the bottom. The reason is I can't click anything anymore if I put that on top. So I have to say this is the full thing, and then I have to somehow push it to the bottom. In-game UI. So let's quickly check once more how we did it here. Because also here we don't know, or at least we don't put it everywhere. Inventory, view. For example, the inventory widget is on the top right, or have been on the top right. So how did we pass that along? So it's a stack top left. Is it because of that? It's a row with them. Sized box, no. So here we have the health bar. Block selector, astronaut qubit, astronaut state, int. The road place, but here is nothing, so it needs to be somewhere in the game defined where it will be. So we had this with the camera and the grow. No, we said that it's not here. I said it's the game, and the game had components like the in-game UI. Spaceship items, wall, block, behaviors. Is there a behavior for that inventory? Gravitator, camera rotator, block. Where did we have the game view? I don't get that at the moment. So we have here the game entity, and there was somewhere the game view. In-game UI, platform, lib main, run app, multiblock, material app, with all that stuff. Ah, okay, so we had a material app surrounding everything. That was the reason we had that. Start message, game over, game asset, app. App. Oh, I'm a bit lost at the moment. I think it's too late to do that stuff. Oxygen level, in-game inventory, health bar. No. Okay, you know what? For today, it was a great stream. We had a lot of problems from the beginning. So I think we did some cool stuff with the inventory, and well, we tried something with the level up button here, and I think it's still a good idea. We just have to play a bit around. Like the pickaxe could be that we have a rock in the game and we click it, and with that we upgrade the points. And with the level up, we also have to change something. But it's good where we are at the moment. I will push that. We will talk in the next season about that. So let's see how we can improve that. So overlay needs to be at the bottom of the screen. And also we want to include the click into the game. Yeah, something like that. So it will be a tap game. Okay, but we had some looks into how we can create these upgrade menus, and we will work on that further. Good, some cleanup. Good, so thanks for watching. Until the next time, bye.